you are a sales representative of your company and, well, you're on LinkedIn to make sales. So you need the right kind of community around your profile to follow your content and, when it's a proper time, to arrange a meeting with them, correct? So how we would build that community? Let us see. So that's you, fair enough. And around you there is already some kind of community. Well, in most cases, as far as I know, they are your colleagues from a previous job, they are your ex-classmates, they are your ex-clients from a previous job, ex-clients from current job, current clients. Well, it's kind of mix, and there's no clear character of this community. And, well, that's bad. We need to change that. What we need to do is to make at least 70% of them pretty much the same. What do I mean the same? Well, by that I mean that they should be interested in a kind of content you are publishing, and this kind of content naturally is about the business your company is doing, the kind of solutions which you are presenting. So if your classmates wouldn't be interested in them, if your ex-colleagues wouldn't be interested in them, then they might be other 30% of the community, but for sure we need 70% out of the community to be interested in the content you're about to publish, right? Why is that? Because LinkedIn otherwise will not make your posts visible. Oh, it's about dwell time. Dwell time is a huge topic. It will be a topic of a separate video, but for now, just trust me. You need them to be at least 70% interested in your content. So it doesn't mean that you have to disconnect your mom, dad and sis, but it means that they can be only 30% of your community, since most probably they won't be reading for a long time posts regarding specifics of your solution. Yes, they might give you a like and comment, but that's not that important on LinkedIn for your visibility anymore, right? Now, there are different kinds of people who might be reading that content. I would describe them as either a decision maker, budget holder, the person who might actually make a decision to pay you and your company money, or opinion maker. Yes, that person is interested in your kind of content since he's a user of solutions you are providing, but even though he might influence the decision maker, he's not an actual budget holder, right? Now, some of you might tend to begin with opinion makers first, and only then to ask the decision makers to connect to you. Your presumption is, well, quite easy. If you contact the decision maker and he sees that you already have the opinion maker in your connections, he will rather accept your invite. And since, well, the decision maker, the budget holder, is more important to you, then you tend to be more careful about him, and you tend to first ask the opinion maker for being in touch with you. I did have this presumption as well, and we have tested it very vigorously, and it came out that it is completely the other way around. Decision maker is a decision maker. He's a boss, he's the budget holder. He doesn't care whether other people from his company are connected to you or not. He cares about your profile, about your company, whether you are relevant to him or not. And well, if you are irrelevant, having opinion makers in touch won't help that much. Okay? And if you are relevant, then again, opinion makers are not that important. So we actually ask decision makers for connection first, and only then we ask for connection opinion makers. Why do we ask opinion makers at all? Well, first of all, they do care that you've got the decision maker in touch. If you are connected with their boss, they tend to accept your invites, okay? Now, in this case, it actually works. Well, and how algorithm of LinkedIn functions? Let us see. So you publish a post, alright? Now, if opinion makers are interested in that post, meaning that they are actually spending their time by reading it, then LinkedIn algorithm sees that employees of this company X, both the opinion makers and decision makers, are reading the post which you have published. Alright? So, by having the opinion makers in touch, you ensure the better chances that your post is about to be delivered to the decision maker. Now, there are some decision makers which did not accept your invites. Some of them became number 1, meaning first degree connection on LinkedIn, while some of them remained number 2, since they have declined your connection request or didn't receive your connection request yet. Of course, even though this number 2 is number 2, he is still a decision maker and you still want him or her to see your post. How you will make that happen? Well, by having the opinion makers in touch with you, being your number 1s, reading your post, even in some cases, but that doesn't happen that often, liking and commenting on it. So by having these opinion makers in touch as number 1 degree, you will be actually delivering the content to the decision makers who have declined your connection request, who have not received your connection request yet. So even though they are not following you, they are not connected to you, they will be seeing your posts because other employees of their company are seeing the post and deeming it relevant by reading it for more than average time. That's it. That's the combination. Now, it might have been a bit overloading kind of information, so let me sum up. You need to understand that in each company you are interested in, there are opinion makers and decision makers. The best practice here is to start with the decision makers. First, ask decision makers to connect you, then wait for a week, and then ask opinion makers to connect you. Since if some decision makers will accept your connection request, then there will be better chances to have acceptance rate nice from opinion makers as well. Alright? Now, why do you ask opinion makers for a connection at all? Because they help you to deliver your content to decision makers, because they help you to deliver the content even to the decision makers who are not following you and not connected with you, and the third reason is obvious, they are opinion makers. So still, during the sales process, they might be helpful to you. That's it for today.